Hello, welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd, and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. All right, guys, I'm back with more updates out of the Middle East, and I want to give you more information regarding these missiles that the Iranians are firing once again onto Israel. We've had several waves, at least two, I think now up to maybe four waves. The last time I checked, right before I recorded this information for you guys, we have a horrible report to go over in southern Israel as an Iranian ballistic missile has made impact and struck a residential area. We do have reports of deaths and injuries. We'll go over this report right now. And as far as the ceasefire, it almost seems like we're either not having one right now, or maybe it's going to go into effect in a few hours. I don't really know all the details. I'm trying to find out exactly when this ceasefire is supposed to begin, because Trump had a set of times where he was saying that this ceasefire was going to go into effect. Iran had their set time. It was like 4 a.m. Tehran time. That is already long and gone hours ago. Yet all of a sudden now Iran is launching attacks. And as far as we know, Israel has not carried out any strikes into Iran ever since they agreed to a ceasefire at 4 a.m. So I don't know what's going on here. Take a look at your screen. Iranian missile strikes Beersheba, southern Israel. Deaths and injuries reported. An Iranian ballistic missile slammed into Beersheba, southern Israel, nearly destroying a building. Hebrew media initially reported minor injuries, but later confirmed 3 deaths and 22 injuries. Yeah, guys, it's crazy what is happening over here in the Middle East. Things are unfolding so quickly. This is horrible news to have to report that 3 people have unfortunately lost their lives in this massive missile attack from the Iranians. I mean, this was an absolutely huge warhead on this missile. You can see the damage to this high-rise residential building here. It looks like it either took a direct hit or the missile landed right in front of the building, causing severe damage to the building and lots of people injured and killed here. So very sad to report, but I gotta show it to you. Let's hop into this. Over here with Mario Nawfal, breaking first moments after Iranian missile strike on Beersheba apartment building. Footage captures the immediate aftermath of an Iranian ballistic missile hitting an apartment building in Beersheba, southern Israel. Source was Scent Defender. So take a look at this, guys. 11 seconds. You're going to see the strike being taken place right here in the middle of your screen. Look at all this smoke right here. Take a look.
Whoa.
All right, I don't know what kind of missiles the Iranians used here, but it was definitely a massive warhead. I mean, you can see all that smoke. This was definitely a lot of damage caused by this missile, and because so many people were injured, it's because it struck right in a highly densely populated area with residential buildings. So moving on to another one here from Mosin Technical, an Iranian ballistic missile hit Beersheba, Israel this morning. Major explosion reported. I mean, look at this, guys. Look at all that smoke coming from this strike. That was an absolutely powerful warhead. And I apologize if I'm struggling to speak. I'm getting very tired tonight. This might be my final update of the evening. We'll see, depending on what happens. There's just been so much. I mean, I put out probably 7 or so updates today for you guys. So I appreciate you hanging in there for me and checking out all these updates that I'm putting out. And I hope you're enjoying them. But aside from that, yeah, very sad to see this, guys. Lots of damage here inside of Israel today. Now, Megatron Ron breaking the moment of the Iranian ballistic impact, in Beersheba, large warhead. Here's a video as well, and I do apologize, guys. Very loud in the beginning, so get your ears ready in case you're wearing headphones or something. Very loud explosion in the beginning of this video. Here we go. All right, we'll go ahead and pause it right there. This is kind of a longer video, but you can see this massive plume of smoke coming just over the top of these buildings over here as this missile just slammed in. I mean, and listen to the sound and destruction of this missile when it explodes. You can tell it was a very powerful warhead, and I'm still waiting to find out what type of missile this was that struck here, but it was definitely very powerful. Now from Mosin Defender, documentation of an Iranian ballistic missile impact on a residential area within the city of Beersheba in southern Israel. So take a look at that too. Crazy photo coming out after the strike had taken place. And as far as I know, this is the only missile that has struck inside of Israel so far. And I think this was from the second wave of attacks. Most of the attacks were coming on the northern side near Haifa in the beginning, up near the Lebanon border. We had a second round somewhere around the central side or Tel Aviv. And I believe this was that same wave that was striking in the southern side near Beersheba as well. It's not too far away from Tel Aviv. And this was one of the missiles that struck, I believe, in the second wave. Now from World Source News 24/7, breaking huge damage to a high-rise residential building in Beersheba. Here's another picture as well. Good photo coming out showing clearly the damage to this building. I mean, look at the amount of damage we're looking at here to this residential building here. Very sad to have to report, guys. Unfortunately, 3 people losing their lives, 22 injured in this massive attack from Iran. Here's more pictures also from World Source News 24/7. Breaking 3 people killed in Beersheba from the Iranian missile attack. Here's more pictures as well. I mean, just look at this building completely leveled here. All the side of this building just blown out. You can see the insides of all these buildings also, or the inside of the building here. Massive damage reported there. Now from Oza Defender, 3 killed by the impact of an Iranian ballistic missile on an apartment building in Beersheba, southern Israel. Here's the emergency crew showing up on scene to evacuate people from these buildings and get them out of there, anybody that might be trapped inside their homes. And again, unfortunately, 3 people losing their lives. So you can see paramedics here on the scene to help people out. Now from Oza Defender, damage seen on one of the streets near the site of the direct impact of the Iranian ballistic missile on an apartment building in Beersheba. Here's a 10-second video. Also, you're going to see lots of debris here in the streets next to one of these buildings that were hit. Take a look.
הכל התפרק פה, חברים. הכל התפרק. הכל התפרק פה, חברים.
All right, so we can see a man here standing in the street, and he definitely is not happy to see this scene here as we got massive damage in the streets, all these cars that were blown up. I wonder if one of those cars over there might be his, but he's looking at the destruction of this area in Beersheba after this missile had made direct impact. So very sad to see. Now also from Informant, medics are treating multiple casualties, including some in critical condition at the scene of the ballistic missile impact in Beersheba. The IDF says it has detected another launch of ballistic missiles from Iran. Sirens are expected to sound in Israel in the coming minutes. Yeah, like I said, at least 4 or so, from what I last heard, have already been launched towards Israel. This is at least the second, maybe third salvo right here that we're looking at, or the damage from one of the salvos. So we got another video here. Let's take a look at this. All right, so just 3 seconds on this one, but we can see major damage. This is where the missile impacted right over here on this apartment building. You can see all the damage to these cars here also that were parked right in front of this residential building that got hit. A couple pictures to show you here as well. I mean, look at this, guys. Massive damage. This was a very powerful missile when it struck here. There's more cars here parked out on the street. And there's another photo there of that damaged building. Okay, so now we're going to move on to OZ Technical. A 4th wave of Iranian ballistic missiles were just launched at Israel. 8 Iranian missiles have already been fired across 3 waves, and at least 3 Israelis have been killed. Okay, so at least 8 missiles being fired. I heard the first salvo was somewhere around 5 or 10. After that, I haven't really been able to find out how many missiles have been fired, but nonetheless, the Iranians are continuing to fire missiles at Israel right now. And from what we understand, at least 4 waves so far as of, it says here, 8:34 p.m., June 23rd, 2025. And the current time for me is 8:50 p.m. Pacific Standard Time in the United States. Okay, so this was literally like 15 minutes ago at the time that I record this. So this is the most updated information I have for you guys as of almost 9 p.m. tonight, Pacific Standard Time in the U.S. Now, as a defender, there are like 8 different times going around right now for when the ceasefire between Iran and Israel actually starts, though I have a feeling that after the Iranian ballistic missile impact earlier in Beersheba, it won't matter. Yeah, and I wonder too, I mean, we keep hearing so many different times, and honestly, guys, I can't tell you when this thing's going into effect. It could be any hour now. It could be a couple hours. It could be 3 hours. I'm thinking not more than 3 to 6 hours when this ceasefire is officially supposed to go into effect. But again, what we heard earlier was that Abbas Araghchi, the foreign minister out of Iran, he was claiming that they would start this ceasefire at 4 a.m. Okay, that would be in Tehran time, and I believe Israel's like 30 minutes ahead of them. If I'm not mistaken, they're about 30 minutes apart from each other, and that time is long gone. It happened hours ago, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, when we're hearing a major pause and silence in this war, here come the Iranians launching attacks onto Israel again. So it makes me wonder if maybe we don't have a complete ceasefire yet. If not, Iran is trying to violate it and maybe try to continue the war. I don't know what's going on here. So far, Israel has not retaliated as far as I know, but I'll continue to monitor the situation, and if we get more updates, I'll let you guys know. But I just wanted to let you know about this impact over here in southern Israel today. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me here during this video. And I hope you guys have a great night. So let me know what you think about all these details down below in the comment section. That's going to be it for today's update. If you got something out of this, please smash that like button. Also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. With that, hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless. And we'll see you in the next one.